We are here at the Corpus Christi Natatorium, which has been open for 20 years now. This facility houses 3 indoor pools as well as a full-court gymnasium.
Construction of the Natatorium began in 1992 and took a little over a year to complete. After inspection and obtaining the proper permits and licensing, the doors were opened to the public in 1994. The natatorium consists of 3 main mechanical rooms in order to maintain the facility. The rooms help filter and sterilize the pools, as well as keep a standardized temperature in the facility.
On our tour, we had the opportunity to speak with Billy McClendon, who is the natatorium supervisor, and he was able to tell us a little bit about the facility.
Okay, this facility is jointly used by the school district, CCISD, and the City of Corpus Christi Park and Recreation. The facility is operated during the day by the school district for their programs, and then Park and Recreation operates it after school in the evenings and on weekends when the school district doesn't have any programming going on. They have programs like swim team, swim lessons, general swim, lap swimming, splash party rentals, and stuff like that here in the facility. The school district, we have programming for our 3rd grade water safety classes. We teach all the elementary schools at CCISD. We bring them over, bus them over, and a week at a time, each school. We do middle school and high school swim team practices. And then we also have it available for any of the high school, middle school teams that want to come over and use it, like basketball during training time, football, volleyball, cross country. We operated the school district from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then the city comes in. They have early morning lap swimming from 5 a.m. to 7 a.m. and then they have swim lessons and general swim, lap swim, and programming starting at 5 o'clock on to about 8:30, 9 o'clock. Plus weekends they have stuff if we don't have swimming on weekends. My staff is a part-time, mostly I have one full-time PE teacher here at the natatorium that takes care of all of our 3rd grade learn to swim programs. He's also helps assistant coach in the evenings. Yeah, we have a pool tech. His name's Mike, and he takes care of the pool itself, the mechanical, keeping it coordinated, checking the pH and all that kind of stuff throughout the day. My staff is about part-time to teach all of our 3rd grade learners to swim, about 6 throughout the school year. Yeah, the city takes care of their own programming. Anything that they do in this facility, they're responsible for fees. They get the revenue, and then they also have to pay the expenses for during their time. The school village is the same. Any programming that we run, we pay for that. Any revenue we generate during that time, CCISD has all their athletic sites, the football stadium, the baseball stadium, the soccer stadium, basketball court, gyms, tennis courts, stuff like that. The sponsorship will pay for, they'll give money to CCISD, and then we'll put banners up at all the different sites that they want their banners at. And so, for instance, they've sponsored the football stadiums, Buck Stadium and the Cabinets Multi-Purpose Stadium. And they put on, if you've ever been to one of our stadiums, you'll see all the benches that are out on the track for the football players to sit on. You see all the sponsors on the back of those benches. Well, that's where that comes from. Normally, for this facility, since it's a joint use facility and we don't get a lot of people that want to sponsor in here just because there's not enough room for it. But since we had those benches and they were doing them outside, the guy said, well, hey, my daughter was swimming here last weekend, I want to put one in here. So my director just got one ordered and put on the back of the bench. On the cow hypo, we probably go through 1,000 pounds a month at a probably about $2 a pound, which is what, $2,000 for 12 months, $24,000 just in sanitizer, which is the cow hypo. The muriatic acid is for the pH, and we probably go through maybe $7,000 or $8,000 worth of that a year. It's not used a lot. We do, now that we switched over to this new facility with the DE filtration system that we talked about last time, we do have to purchase DE on a monthly basis for the small pool and about every 2 or 3 months for the big pools, depending on usability, and we probably spend $5,000 or $6,000 on DE for the year. Not that much. We save a lot more than that in water and chemicals and heat and loss and stuff like that because of the new filtration system. We split it 65-35 with the school district and the city. The school district paying 65% because we used it most of the time, and the city paying 35% during the school year. Now in summertime, the city pays 100% of the electric bill. So for June and July, they get the whole bill. And we probably spend for this facility, it's about $100,000 a year for the electricity for the facility. The school district doesn't do revenue collecting for this facility except for the swimmings that they offer. Park and Recreation is the one that generates revenue for this facility through their swim lessons and club team practices and general swim lessons and stuff like that. Yeah, well, the school district is a non-profit organization.
Chris Downey is the Aquatics Program Manager for Corpus Christi, and he spoke to us about the specifics pertaining to the Parks and Recreation Department's responsibility to the Natatorium.
So I'm the Program Manager for Aquatics for the City of Corpus Christi, and basically I just run the day-to-day programming for the pools that we operate. We have 2 year-round pools, Natatorium included, which is actually a split deal. It's a combined use facility. We also use the Natatorium with our athletics department, so a lot of the bills as far as the electricity is not only shared with athletics but also with CCISD. And then we also have an outdoor pool that's operated year-round, and the rest of our pools are just seasonal summer pools. So altogether, including Natatorium, we have 6 pools that we operate. And we have a couple area managers that work directly under me, facility managers that work under them, and then of course our lifeguard, maintenance, and instructor staff. You know, our funding comes from the city, the general fund. But yeah, I mean, all of our funding comes directly from our budget, which is approved by the city council and then appropriated to us. So we use the Jeff Ellison Associates program. That's what we certify our lifeguards with. They do a yearly certification. They're required to do in-service training, which they do 4 hours of each month, and that goes for the managers, the lifeguards, and the instructors all have to participate in that, and then they get recertified. We do once a year when we do our new hires, and our summer orientation will recertify everybody for the year. There's not a specific ratio. The way that Ellison Associates does it, it's every pool is evaluated for how many zones of coverage that you'll need, and as long as you can functionally and safely cover those zones, that's going to dictate how many lifeguards that you need to use at a facility. At the Natatorium, for the winter, we usually have a staff of about 13, and for the summer, we'll have carry staff of about 21, and that'll cover all of our lifeguarding, including our regular programming and special events, and then our swim lessons and parties and things like that. But it's generally going to be 4 lifeguards on duty at a time. That's usually enough for us to cover most of our events, unless it's something larger, like when we had the TAF games. You know, we'd have a lifeguard staff of 6, and then of course cashiers and maintenance guys and ticket takers and all the stuff that goes along with a bigger event like that.
The Natatorium is a unique facility in that it is run by CCISD as well as the Parks and Rec Department. This facility receives much of its funding from the City of Corpus Christi, along with taxpayers, in order to hold events and provide recreational programs to the public. Michelle Baez is the front desk secretary who works with customer service and finances. She gave us some information about how the Natatorium generates revenue.
The City of Corpus Christi does payroll. I deal with rentals for the pools, like the party right now. That's $75 for 2 hours, 35 guests. Or 200. That's where another revenue comes from. 250 for private, and that's for 2 hours up to 50 guests. And that's where, like right now, we're booked all the way to end of March, beginning of April, with parties every weekend. So we do 3 a day, and we're booked. Weekends are increased a lot more because we're open for general swim. During the week, we're not open for general swim. We only open for lap swim. We do have our swim teams here during the weekdays, in the evenings and morning. But we do have it open only the weekends for right now for general swim. But in the summer, it comes along like spring break, we'll be open for general swim Monday through Sunday. We have a swim teams. That's with CBA with swim teams, and then we have membership. We have parties. Oh, we have rentals for facility. The diving team the Copeland. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Copeland diving team come in, and they rent out before they go to scuba diving. They rent out our facility. TAF swim meets, so big events for the states. That's a big thing. We have revenue in that as well. Membership for a season for a student will be $62.50. Then we have for adults, seasonal means only for 4 months. And adults is $135. So that means January, February, March, and April. We do by seasons here, with, every season, summer, spring, winter. And say you want to do an annual for an adult, it's $350. Now say you want to do for, a senior for an annual is $250. It just depends, but that means you can use it at every pool, not just this pool. Any City of Corpus Christi pool. It's only $1 for youth, $3 for adults, $1.25 for seniors. No glass containers and no alcohol. We have had caterers, we have had DJs, we have had a tent in here, anything as long as it doesn't hit our roof, no confetti in the water, and no piñatas and no balloons.
Along with the pools, the Natatorium also has a full-size basketball gym, complete with bleachers, 2 scoreboards, and men and women's locker rooms. The gym can be used to host a variety of events that generate revenue for the Parks and Rec's athletic department. Derek Delvish is a part-time employee of the Parks and Recreation's athletic office. He occasionally serves as a representative during events that are held in the gym.
My name is Derek, and I work with the City of Corpus Christi Parks and Recreation in the athletic division. And what we actually have going on tonight is they have a cheerleading class and a karate class. And throughout the week, there's basketball practice and various other events that go on in the evenings here. Basically, my job is come in, provide tables, chairs, whatever they need for their event, and then just kind of be like the city representative and host, make sure if anybody gets hurt, if they need ice or anything like that. Not in the gym, as far as just being the city representative here or whatever, not required for athletics. In the swimming, there's lifeguards that work over there that are all CPR and first aid certified. This building here, obviously we play basketball. They do have posts for volleyball. Like I said, we hold a cheer class, we hold karate classes, running out for birthday parties, dances. It's a pretty wide range of events that can go on in here. It's $35 an hour. For this gym, you would call the athletics office, and basically you would give them your the date that you wanted to rent it out, and they're going to go through and see if it's available. If it is, they'll get some information as far as like what you're wanting to do and stuff like that, and go from there. And anything in this building right here would go through the athletic office. The basketball would go through here. Our league right now is going on. We have a winter basketball, and we have a winter youth, and we have a summer youth basketball, and we use it for that. For the rims, these rims go down real easy, so we use it for the younger kids. We also have, there's a couple of people who do basketball camps, and they can rent out the facility and run their basketball camp through here, or they can reach an agreement with us and they run the camp and we do the registration, and then there's like a split of the money. Or they can rent it from us, they hold registration and they take all the money, but we obviously charge it. Then there's tournaments. Tournaments are the same way. You rent out the gym and people hold tournaments, and that's just, I mean, anybody who wants to put on a basketball tournament or a basketball camp can rent it. For like basketball games and stuff, we'll have somebody who runs the clock, somebody who's, you know, kind of just on hand, kind of crowd management. No, it's definitely, I mean, we definitely make money off of charging people to rent it, or if we're in an agreement with the organization as far as the split, depending on how much money they make.
Budget.
Yeah, it goes to different, goes into the athletic fund. You know, various different, you know, whether we're getting equipment or salary or, you know. CCIZ can come to us and kind of, hey, is it available? And we work with them on it. But I mean, for the most part, we're going to have say as far as what comes in.
This concludes our video tour of the Corpus Christi Natatorium. I hope we provided sufficient information for you to get a better understanding of this facility, and thank you for watching.